Welcome students on today's lecture on rectangular water tank. So we will continue with the numerical. In the previous class or a lecture we have discussed about the things. So let us go through it once again. So it was a rectangular RCC tank. Then we had the capacity of 80,000 liter. The inside dimension was 6 meter by 4 meter and had to rest on walls on all four the sides. Grade was M20 concrete and grade 1 steel. So these were the given data. Capacity is equal to 80,000 liters, 80 meter cube. Size of the tank 6 meter by 4 meter, and free port we took it as 150 mm, M20 grade and grade 1 steel. So depending upon grade of concrete and grade steel, by using IS 456 2000 and IS 3370 part 2, we came across this. So sigma CB is equal to 7 Newton per mm square. This is for concrete, and for steel 100 Newton per mm square on the faces near to the water surfaces, and 125 Newton per mm square for the faces away from the uh, water surfaces. So motor ratio M is equal to 13.33. K is equal to M sigma CBC upon M sigma CBC plus sigma ST, which worked out to be 0.877. Q is equal to half sigma CBC JK, which is 1.153. Then we decided the dimension of the tank. So height of the water tank we calculated. So volume divided by area. So 80 divided by 6 into 4. So we got 3.5. And we added a freeboard of 150 mm. So it became 3.65. So we rounded up to 3.7. Then the ratio we checked L by B 6 by 4, which was 1.5, which was less than 2. And the design was done accordingly. Mhm. Walls were designed as a continuous slab and subjected to water pressure above H by 4 or 1 meter from the bottom, whichever is more. So P is equal to omega H minus H is done. So 9.81 into 3.7 minus 1. So which is 26.48. So this was the dimensions of the water tank. So height, total height 3.7 meter of the wall. Then this pressure up to 1 meter, and this is to 2.7 meter. Then omega H 37 kilonewton per meter square. Now we have to find out the movements in the side walls. So we will find it out according to movement distribution. The movements are designed according to the movement distribution. For this, we will compute the fixed end movements first, FEMs. So we have two walls, one is long wall, one is short wall. So one wall has a dimension of 6 meter and the other wall has a dimension of 4 meter. So let us calculate. So WL square by 12, 26.489 into 6 square by 12, and WL square by 8, 26.487 into 6 square by 2 is working out to be 79.461 kilonewton meter, 119.19 kilonewton per meter. Now this WL square by 12 and WL square by 8 depends on the end of the wall, and you have already learnt in analysis of determinate structures, analysis of indeterminate structures, or structure analysis 1 and structure analysis 2. Similarly, for short wall, instead of 6 meter, we have substituted here 4 meter height. So it is working out to be 35.316 and 52.974 kilonewton meter. Now let us see next part. So this is how we have considered the frame. So we have considered the reverse. So this is A and D are the bottom of the uh, slab. So we have taken it as fixed. So this is B and C. So at a joint B, member BA you can see at a joint B we have B2, we have B to A and we have B to C. So for member B to A 4 by L, which is 4 divided by 3.7, which is going to be 1.08 EA, and for B to C 4 by L, but L is 6, which are going to 0.66 EA. So summation of K is equal to 1.74 EA. Similarly, DF distribution factor, which is nothing but BA is equal to 1.08 EI divided by 1.74 EI, which is 0.620, and for BC 0.66 EI divided by 1.74 EI, which is 0.379. Okay, so similarly we will write here joint ABCD Then we wrote the distribution factor 0.62 and 0.329, 0.329 and 0.620. Fixed end moment we wrote 35.46, 7 minus 79.46, 79.46 and minus 35.316. So we did the moment distribution. So balancing. So how we calculate this balancing? I'll just tell you once again. Although we have done in analysis of indeterminate structure. So the summation of this, that is 35.316 and minus 79.46, will give you some amount. So it is in terms of minus. So minus of this into minus 0.620 becomes plus 27.36, minus of this and into minus 0.320 will become this. Now here when we do the summation we get positive. So positive whatever summation we get, that into minus 0.320 and minus 0.620, so it becomes minus 16.73 and minus 27.36 will come in. Then while carrying over, everything will go towards the fixed end. From the diagram you can see here we have a diagram which we have produced. So this is a diagram. So from B to A it will go, B to C it will go, and C to A B will go, and C to D will go. So let us see. So carrying over, half of this movement will be carried over to A, half of this to C, from C to B, and this. So again we are left with this. So 0 and minus 8.365 summation we get minus 8.365 only, converted. So resisting mode will be plus 8.365 into the distribution factors. We will get this, and we will continue this up to where we get almost the similar values. So you can see almost we are stopped. So 68.84 and minus 69.21, minus 69.2 and 68.34. So moment at support is nothing but plus 69.21 kilonewton meter. At center long wall, so 119.19 minus 69.1. At center short wall, so 52.74 minus 69.21. So this is working out to be 49.98 kilonewton meter and minus 16.236 kilonewton meter. So we found out. So moment at support becomes plus 69.21 kilonewton meter. Moment at center for long wall becomes 49.98 kilonewton meter, and moment at center for short wall becomes minus 16.236. Now we got the moment. Let us design the falls. So design of long wall and short wall. So maximum moment out of all is 69.1, which is at the support. So depth will be equal to root of m upon qb. So m is the moment, 69.1 into 10 raised to 6. Q already we have found out, that is 1.153, and into b taking it as 1 meter 1000. So this working out to 245, we round it up to 250 mm. So effective depth we will take it as 220 mm. Because in that criteria they are given less than 220 mm and above 220 mm. So we'll take the 220 mm. So direct tension in the long wall. Direct tension in the long wall is given by TL is equal to omega h minus h b divided by 2. So 26.487 into 4 divided by 2, 52.974 kilonewton. Similarly, direct tension in short wall TB is equal to WH minus H into L by 2. So 26.487 into 6 by 2 is equal to 79.461 kilonewton. So for bending moment, AST in the long wall, M minus Tx divided by sigma st d into j plus t upon sigma st. So substituting here all the component, that is 69.2 into 10 to 6 is the moment, minus tx is the computed above 52.97 into 10 to 3 into x is into 95 divided by sigma st 100, 0.87 into fi, so 0.87 into 100 into 220 plus t 52.97 into 10 to 3 divided by 100. Sigma st is 100. So similarly we compute, we got it as 3405.6 mm. So let us consider 20 mm diameter bars. So spacing we calculate. So 1000 into pi by 4 into 20 square divided by the AST. So 92.24. So we will provide at 90 mm center to center. So providing 20 mm diameter at 90 mm center to center steel at the center of the span. So half the bars from the inner face at the support are bent towards the outer face at the center, providing half AST. So for remaining 2500 minus 1964 536, so provide 16 mm diameter bars at 150 mm center center for short wall and bend 50% towards the outer face at the center. Now steel for cantilever movement for 1 meter height from bottom. So cantilever movement 3.7 height into half of one thirds of n, that is density. So 6.105 kilonewton meter. So AST is equal to movement divided by 0.87 V into D. So 6.10 pi into 10 to 6 divided by 0.87 into 220 into 1000, which is working out to be 350.8 mm square. So 0.3% will provide minimum. So 0.3 divided by 100 into 250 into 1000, 1050 mm square. So steel on each face will be divided by 2. So 375 mm square. Using 18 mm diameter bars, we'll find out the spacing. Spacing is working out to be 130 mm. So adopting 8 mm diameter bars at 130 mm center to center on both the faces. So regarding the reinforcement, we will discuss in the next one. So this was the uh, design of rectangular water tank for this lecture, and we have discussed about the movement at movement is calculated according to the movement distribution. So you have to go through the movement distribution how we have solved for the frames. Then we have calculated the movement at support and movements at center of the wall for both short span and short wall and long wall. And we have computed the reinforcement for both also at the midway and providing half of 50% of it towards the outer face to center and from the outer face to the center. So this is how we have to design it. So thank you.